FOC comic book orders are due next Monday, May 15th, 2023. So let's go ahead and take a look at my top 10. Thank you everybody for stopping by and checking out this video. Before we get started, I did want to remind you I do have my PayPal and my Venmo in the description of the video if you want to support the channel. Also, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and let's get things going with number 10. And we have Archie and Friends Hot Summer One Shot. And the reason I have this on here is simply because I thought this was a pretty cool Raiders of the Lost Ark homage. And there's really nothing more to that than just this cover at number 10. Number 9, we have The Amazing Spider-Man number 27. And it's simply a debut of upgraded Dr. Octopus tentacles. So it is a key, but I don't think there's much value to it. So it is down at number 9. Moving on to number 8. We have Doctor Strange number 4, and this is a possible first appearance. That's why it's so low at number 8, and it's of a supernatural serial killer who destroys magic by eating it. So let's move on to number 7, and this is another possible appearance, but it's it's a cameo, first appearance, whatever. But apparently there's a new thief, and they actually appear on the cover of issue 2. So whenever someone's on the cover of an issue, usually they were introduced in the book before. So that's why people think that it could be the first appearance or cameo or whatever of that character in this one. At least a cameo, if not a first appearance in this book. And then number 2, they're on the cover. So if this is just a cameo, I would keep an eye out for number 2. I will be doing that as well. If this is just a cameo, that is probably going to be the first appearance. And with them on the cover, that could actually be a pretty good book to spec on. So, alright. Well, moving on to number 6 already. We're moving really quickly through this thing. Spider-Man India number 1. And okay, so this one is a possible cameo appearance of a new lizard, but it is the first appearance of the science professor, and he is activating people's, where is it? Sorry, I was trying to find it in here. There's a science professor promising results activating people's lizard brain, along with a ruthless businessman who may be more than he seems. So there could be a couple first appearances in this book. I don't think this is not the first appearance of Spider-Man India, because naturally Spider-Man India returns, but it does have some possible first appearances coming up in here, mostly of villains. So alright, and number 5 is Amazing Spider-Man 121 Facsimile, and this is the issue where Gwen Stacy dies. So if you want to hold the book in your hand and read that story, we all pretty much know how. But if you want to read the story, this would be a nice, affordable way to do that. And number 4 is Edge of Spiderverse number 1, second print. And if I recall correctly, this is the first appearance of Spider Killer, who's right here. But it looked like Spider Killer was on the cover of cover D. I think it was the Ken Lashley variant on when the first print came around, so this would not be the first character or the first cover appearance of that character. But anyway, this is the second print of number 1, which would be that. And then there was apparently some other characters introducing brand new spiders. I didn't read it yet. I actually just picked it up. But I haven't read it yet, so I don't know about the new spiders. I'll probably end up reading that this weekend so that I can get ahead of it. Or not ahead, but more knowledgeable on it. But anyways, my number 4 is Edge of Spider-Verse number 1, the second print. So here we are, getting into the top 3, and we have the Invincible Iron Man cover on Amazing Spider-Man number 27. I gave this one its own because it stands by itself as a spec, more valuable than the regular Amazing Spider-Man 27 book would be without it. So I wanted to put this up here. And it's basically, there's not much else to say other than it's a really Mickey Mouse doing the Iron Man pose. I think that was Iron Man 2 when he does that at the show where Hammer's doing his USO thing. But, or I don't think it's USO. I think it's the stuff where he's showing the androids or machines for the suits for the different branches of the military. So anyway, this is just my number 3 because it's a Disney 100, Iron Man, Mickey Mouse, all that kind of combines for a really, I think, strong book. Probably stronger than some of the other ones. This book, in and of itself, isn't going to have probably much value, but with this cover, I think you could do pretty well. Number 2, we have Extreme Venomverse, and this one actually has several first appearances, and it has the first appearance of Madam Venom. It has the first appearance of Black Fang, who is a prehistoric version of Venom, and is a reintroduction of Venom Space Knight. So, yeah, I mean, that's why it's number 2. It's got a few first appearances, and anything in the Venomverse, Spiderverse, whatever, could hit, because any of these new characters could end up being in the next movie, whether it's Miles Morales' Spider-Verse movie, whether it's the MCU, whether it's the Sony Spider-Man movies, or Sony, I guess Sony Spider-Man, and Sony Venomverse movies. So that's why this one is number 2. But naturally, you probably, if you've been following anyone else's FOC list and you know what book I haven't mentioned yet, you probably know what my number 1 is, and it is Spider-Man number 8, second print. The first true appearance, I guess, of Spider-Boy. I didn't read number 7, and I didn't read number 8. I'm not on this run, but so I don't know. People are saying that number 7 was clearly a first appearance, so that 8 wasn't a first appearance. And everyone's like, oh, well, the community can decide, blah, blah, blah. No, you know who decides is CGC. Whatever CGC puts on that label, that's basically going to drive the market. Whether it's right or wrong, that's what's going to drive the market, unfortunately. So, my number 1, we have Spider-Man number 8, second print, which is the reported first appearance of Spider-Boy. And I know you guys are going to kind of argue in the comments. Keep it civil, and I'm not taking a stance. I'm just telling you what it is being called out there. I understand there's arguments for both. Alright everybody, that's going to go ahead and do it for me in this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, if you could please smash that like button and destroy that subscribe button, that would be great. And also comment down below, let me know what you thought about my video. I'm sure you have some input on that first appearance, first cameo of Spider-Boy. So let me know, sound off in the comments. And don't forget, I am doing my 1K subscriber giveaway. You can win one of 2 awesome slabs. I think a Ninja Turtles and a Darth Vader photo. And then I also have my PayPal and my Venmo in the description of this video if you want to support the channel. But I will see you in the next one. And in the meantime, you can click let's do the all of May spec, or my one that has next week's new comic book day for May 17th, 2023. Alright, thanks again for stopping by and checking out this video, and until next time,